However, Xiao Ji has also advanced to the second star of the Doshin class, and your actual fighting strength far surpasses this level. This is similar to that Hun Feng. It is impossible to predict just who will be defeated if you exchange blows. Sun Er sweetly smiled as she spoke. Xiao Yan grinned. His heart would not underestimate anyone. The members of the Hun clan were not friendly characters, yet this Hun Feng was able to become one of its top-notch experts, and was even called the next clan head of the Hun clan. This was enough to indicate just how terrifying he was. Xiao Yan understood that this person would be a relatively troublesome enemy. Why is it that all of the ancient clans only dispatch a few people? Xiao Yan withdrew his focus and suddenly asked. He discovered that regardless of the Hun clan, the Gu clan, or the Yan clan, each of these clans only dispatched 3 people. Subduing the heavenly flame does not rely on a large number of people. It is best that these people of yours do not follow you in when you enter the realm. Otherwise, your losses will be unbearable. Gu Qingyang glanced at the group behind Xiao Yan. These were the elites within the Sky Mansion Alliance. They were large in numbers and possessed a strong aura, but he simply shook his head somewhat helplessly. Ugh! Xiao Yan, Yao Lao, and the others were startled upon hearing this information. That space is fraught with danger after being managed by the purifying demonic lotus flame for thousands of years. Even an elite Benxing will barely be able to preserve one's life after entering it. The blue-robed Gu Nehai laughed as he added some more information. Thank you for the reminder. Xiao Yan was quietly speechless. He quietly felt a little fortunate. They were indeed inexperienced and could not be compared with these ancient clans. If Sun Er's group had Tian formed Xiao Yan's group, it was likely that Xiao Yan's group would have suffered serious injuries and deaths. Our ancient clans have an agreement among ourselves. Those top experts, whose strength exceeds the 5th star of the Doshin class, cannot randomly intervene. Hence, the experts that have been dispatched will not exceed the 5th star of the Doshin class. Sun Er softly explained. No wonder, Xiao Yan came to a sudden understanding. He had been feeling a little surprised as to why the Hun clan did not dispatch any experts to deal with him after he had destroyed an important branch hall of the Hall of Souls. This was the reason why. The only person in the current Hall of Souls who caused Xiao Yan to feel fear was the chief of the Hall of Souls himself. However, this person was busy subduing the purifying demonic lotus flame and did not have time to deal with him. Hence, the Hall of Souls could only endure the losses. The purifying demonic lotus flame is extremely powerful. It will be a great help to anyone who subdues it, but it will be difficult to subdue it if one simply relies on experts below the 5th star of the Doshin class. No wonder no one has managed to subdue the purifying demonic lotus flame for thousands of years. Xiao Yan's eyes slightly flickered. This limiting condition did not really benefit these ancient clans, but it seemed that they were willing to create trouble for others. The purifying demonic lotus flame was far too powerful. Even if they could not obtain it, they would definitely not allow others to do so. Ha ha, Elder Hui Yao, it is unexpected that the Yan clan has actually dispatched you this time around. While this thought lingered in Xiao Yan's heart, Gu Nehai's eyes suddenly shifted to Wu Xian's group, who were remaining quiet behind him. That purple-robed old man twitched his eyebrows slightly upon hearing this greeting. He immediately said, The clan head has instructed that it is best that the purifying demonic lotus flame remains without an owner. It will be best for everyone that way. Although this Elder Hui Yao's words seemed calm, Xiao Yan could still hear some irritation in them. Gu Nehai bitterly smiled and shook his head after hearing these words. He said, Elder Hui Yao, don't tell me that you really think that the disappearance of the Ling clan was caused by my Gu clan? Elder Hui Yao was quiet. Hu Xian and the red-clothed lady beside him exchanged looks but did not interfere in this matter. It is impossible to investigate this matter. However, the Gu clan and the Hun clan are the biggest suspects. It is necessary to remain cautious. Our Yan clan does not wish to share the same fate as the Ling clan. Hui Yao was quiet for a moment before he slowly opened his mouth and replied. He waved his hands after uttering those words. Finally, he turned around and hurried away. Hu Xian could only helplessly spread his hands to Xiao Yan before following Hu Yao. Ugh! Gu Nehai sighed after seeing Hu Yao leave. He continued to frown. It seems that the disappearance of the Ling clan has caused great discord to form between the ancient clans? Xiao Yan thought within his heart upon witnessing this exchange. If there was a party who was the murder between the Gu clan and the Hun clan, Xiao Yan would naturally think that the party would be from the Hun clan. The Ling clan had completely vanished without anyone realizing. No one could detect even the slightest clue. Even the many peak experts from the Gu clan were unable to discover anything beforehand. This had undoubtedly caused them to feel suspicious. After all, the only ones who could barely manage to quietly destroy the entire Ling clan were the Gu clan and the Hun clan. This matter was most likely done by the Hun clan. Their aim is to cause the few large ancient clans to be cautious against each other, making it impossible for any cooperation to occur. Sun Er's pretty eyes drifted in the direction of the Hall of Souls trio as she softly inferred. No one will believe us without evidence. Gu Nahai shook his head while feeling a little helpless. He waved his hand and ceased getting entangled over this topic. His eyes swept around him before he said, "The Lei clan, the Yao clan, and the Shi clan will definitely not miss the appearance of the purifying demonic lotus flame. Perhaps they will come here soon." Yao clan. Xiao Yan's eyes shifted upon hearing these words. He looked at Yao Lao and saw a complicated expression flash across Yao Lao's eyes. Now, we should quietly wait for the best opportunity to enter the realm. After that we can try and see if it is possible to subdue the purifying demonic lotus flame. Gu Nahai let out a long sigh. Both of his hands were placed behind him as he lifted his head. His eyes locked onto the distorted space in the distant sky. A terrifyingly high temperature continued to spread from that tear in space. Cream-white light was appearing more frequently. In the end, the desert below had vaguely become sticky. The sand began to gradually melt. The number of sounds of rushing wind appearing around the distortion increased as this desert gradually turned into magma. More and more experts had been attracted by the unusual phenomenon. Within half an hour, many figures had appeared, crowding the sky. However, most of these people were waiting a great distance from the broken space. Only those true experts like Xiao Yan dared to approach the area within 1,000 feet of the shattered space. The Lei clan and the Shi clan among the 8 ancient clans also arrived one after another while everyone was waiting. However, they did not approach after seeing Sun Er and the chief of the Hall of Souls. Instead, they hesitated for a moment before withdrawing some distance. From the looks of it, the disappearance of the Ling clan had caused them to feel fear and caution for the Gu clan and Hun clan. In the face of this kind of reaction, Sun Er could only shake her head. They did not have any evidence to prove that the Ling clan's disappearance was caused by the Hun clan. Hence, they felt helpless because of this suspicion that had appeared out of nowhere. Time passed. Around half an hour after the Lei clan and the Shi clan arrived, the rushing sound of wind once again echoed from the horizon. There was a medicinal fragrance that was vaguely emitted from the wind. The members of the Yao clan. Xiao Yan's eyes became focused as he smelled this unique scent. He sensed Yao Lao's skin suddenly become a lot more tense. Swoosh! 3 figures flashed and appeared from the distant fluctuation within Xiao Yan's eyes. In a flash, they appeared in front of everyone. 3 unknown individuals appeared. There was a man, a woman, and an elderly person. The man was wearing a beautiful robe. His face was handsome, and even contained some traces of feminine aura. His lips were a little thin, revealing an icy cold harshness. The lady beside him had long blue hair with an exquisite face, but she appeared like frost, looking like an ice beauty. The last elder was wearing an alchemist's robe. Both of his hands were inserted into his sleeves. An occasionally stern glint flashed across his narrow eyes. That young man is called Zhao Tian. He is the most outstanding person among the younger generation of the Yao clan. His spiritual strength has already reached the advanced heavenly state. He has once swallowed a medicinal pill that had nearly become a Tier 9 treasure pill. His actual strength is an intermediate 1-star dosing, and he can be considered the most outstanding person in the Yao clan. It is rumored that he has once successfully refined a Tier 9 treasure pill. Sun Er softly spoke beside Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan slowly nodded. These ancient clans possessed an endless amount of resources. Even an idiot could be trained into an expert by them. Even less needed to be said of the people who possessed an extraordinary talent. Their achievements would be extremely terrifying. That lady is his younger sister, Yao Ling. Her strength might only be an initial banshing, but her spiritual strength is extraordinary. She is called the person with the highest possibility of training her soul to the D state within the Yao clan. That old man is an extremely experienced elder within the Yao clan. He is called. Yao Lao's somewhat hoarse voice continued before Sun Er could finish speaking. Yao Wangui, he manages discipline and punishment within the Yao clan and possesses great authority. His words can decide the life and death of a member of the Yao clan. Xiao Yan was slightly startled. He looked at Yao Lao, only to see that Yao Lao's body was trembling as he stared at the old man called Zhao Wangui. "Teacher?" Xiao Yan softly called out. His hand also grabbed Yao Lao's arm. He could see that Yao Lao's emotions were in a bad state. "I'm fine," Yao Lao softly sighed and shook his head. "Is there a grudge between teacher and Yao Wangui?" Xiao Yan softly asked. Yao Lao slightly tightened his fist. He was quiet for a moment before he explained in a somewhat hoarse voice. Back then, he had failed to distinguish what was right from what was wrong. Just one sentence from him, and I was expelled from the clan. Xiao Yan quietly nodded. He gently patted Yao Lao's arm and a smile immediately surfaced on his face. Murderous intent filled that smile. "It's fine. This disciple promised you that I will take this person's life. Xiao Yan Ji, this Yao Wangui is an initial 4-star elite Doshing. He is extremely strong, and it will not be easy dealing with him." Sun Er by the side opened her mouth and softly spoke after hearing Xiao Yan's words. "I know my limits." Xiao Yan slightly smiled. An initial 4-star Doshing was indeed a little troublesome for his current self to deal with, but if he was able to successfully obtain the purifying demonic lotus flame and refine it, it would be an extremely easy matter for him to kill Yao Wangui. Sun Er did not say anything more after hearing Xiao Yan put it this way. She was aware that Xiao Yan was usually calm and would not easily do anything where he did not have the confidence to succeed. Yao Wangui's group's appearance in the sky had naturally attracted many pairs of eyes. The Yao clan could be considered a unique ancient clan. Most of its clan members were alchemists, and all of them possessed outstanding pill refinement talent. Thus, the Yao clan created a pill refinement atmosphere. If the ancient clans appear more often in the Central Plains, the reputation of the Pill Tower would end up suffering because of the Yao clan. After all, if one were to make a true comparison, the inheritance of the Yao clan was more complete. Regardless of how one looked at it, the semi-public nature Pill Tower lacked far behind the Yao clan. However, the rules of the Yao clan were extremely severe. Only their own clan members could learn their alchemist skills. Any outsider who learned them would end up attracting their murderous intent. This rule had also limited the development of the Yao clan, but this was something that could not be helped. The ancient clans felt arrogant when it came to ordinary people. Yao Wangui's group, who had appeared in the sky, slowly swept their eyes around them. Their eyes paused on the Hall of Souls trio some distance away as they frowned. The Hun clan was the most mysterious clan among the 8 ancient clans. The remaining few clans were relatively afraid of them. If one were to compare, the Hun clan was the clan with the longest inheritance. "Has the Gu clan also come?" Yao Wangui's eyes shifted away from the chief of the Hall of Souls group and suddenly paused onto Sun Er's group. His eyes moved and finally collided with Yao Lao, who was staring at him. "Yao China, it is unexpected that someone like you, who was abandoned, has managed to reach the Doshing class. This really surprises me." Yao Wangui's eyes clashed with Yao Lao's eyes. He was slightly startled before he faintly smiled and made a comment. "It is all thanks to you that I have been able to preserve this old life of mine." Yao Lao's eyes were a little dark and solemn as he replied. Yao Wangui calmly smiled when he saw Yao Lao's dark and solemn eyes. Although a 1-star Doshing was powerful, it was still nothing in front of him. "He is that abandoned person, Yao Chun? It seems that the clan once gave him an opportunity to return, but he stubbornly rejected it." That handsome man's long eyebrow was slightly lifted after hearing Yao Wangui's voice. His eyes swept over Yao Lao as a harsh arc was lifted onto his thin lips. Yao Lao rejecting the offer to return to the clan had spread throughout the clan back then. That handsome man had even coldly laughed and said that this person did not know what was good for him. It was natural that he would ridicule Yao Lao now that they had met. "Ha ha, after roaming around outside and making a name for himself, it is natural that one would think that one is extremely capable, causing one to end up becoming arrogant." Yao Wangui slightly smiled. His voice was steady, but it was not dislikable. The somewhat unfriendly atmosphere that had suddenly appeared was detected by those experts around. Many pairs of eyes were turned over, but no one opened their mouths to say anything. The Yao clan was an ancient clan. An ordinary expert would not dare to offend them. Hence, many people merely adopted the attitude of watching a show. There would coincidentally be some liveliness before the best opportunity to enter the space. Yao Lao's body trembled slightly after hearing the soft laughter that was emitted from those two. His character was usually quite calm, but being expelled from the Yao clan back then had always been the deepest thorn in his heart. His many years of self-cultivation would completely disappear each time this thorn was pulled, especially if the one messing with his thorn was the main culprit who had caused him to leave the clan back then. His soul has only reached the advanced heavenly state after training for so many years. This talent is only ordinary. Since he gave up the opportunity to return to the clan back then, there is no longer a need for the clan to remember this person in the future. Yao Tian shrugged his shoulders after seeing Yao Lao's green face. He felt that the whole situation was meaningless. He uttered one last sentence before being too lazy to continue. Yao Wangui laughed and immediately nodded. Despite training for so many years, your soul still remains at the advanced heavenly state. This name of being the top person among the Yao clan is really nothing. Xiao gently patted Yao Lao's shoulder before he turned his head to look at Yao Tian. A smile appeared on his face as he softly remarked. Yao Tian and Yao Wangui were startled after hearing this person suddenly intervening. They shifted their eyes to Xiao. Who do you think you are? Do you think you have the right to criticize me? Yao Tian stared at Xiao. A cold arc rose on his face as he spoke. Xiao Yao Chen's disciple. Xiao grinned, cupped his hands together, and replied, Oh, you are the pill-gathering champion of the Pill Tower, Xiao? The arc on Yao Tian's face immediately became deeper upon hearing this. His eyes looked up and down Xiao. He spoke in an indifferent voice. The so-called pill gathering is merely a group of useless people competing. Such a gathering can only be described as nothing in my Yao clan. In terms of position within the Yao clan, even Yao Chen does not have the qualification to speak to me in such a way. You should be lucky that Yao Chen is not a member of my Yao clan. Of course, since you cannot control your mouth, you should pay some price for the words you have uttered. That handsome face immediately turned icy cold after the final word was uttered from Yao Tian's mouth. He suddenly stepped forward as an unusually vast and mighty spiritual strength surged. It became 100-foot large wave with a terrifying might as it violently swept toward Xiao in a wild manner. Today, I shall help Yao Chen teach you, his disciple. Xiao merely shook his head as he glanced at the giant spiritual wave that came sweeping over with a rumbling sound. The smile on his face was quietly withdrawn at this moment. After which, he lifted his hand in front of many pairs of eyes and gently clenched the empty space in front of him. Crack! Not even a hint of a doji fluctuation appeared as he did so. However, that majestic spiritual wave instantly collapsed in front of many pairs of stunned eyes after Xiao clenched his hand. A one-star doshing with an advanced heavenly state soul dares to represent my teacher in teaching me? You really do not know your limits. A dense smile rose on Xiao face after he easily shattered the large spiritual wave with its shocking momentum by using just a palm. He took a step forward and clenched his fist. After which, he threw a punch at Yao Tian, whose face had revealed shock from a distance. Bang! Xiao threw a punch forward, and a 1,000-foot large spiritual fist was suddenly formed in the sky. There was a mysterious crystal layer covering that fist. At a glance, it looked as though it was real. An extremely powerful spiritual pressure suddenly erupted in all directions with Xiao in the middle the moment he threw his punch forward. Perfect heavenly state! Many shocking noises reverberated within the sky after this powerful spiritual pressure was felt. Numerous pairs of eyes were filled with shock as they looked at the skinny figure in the sky. They would never have imagined that Xiao was able to reach the perfect heavenly state at such a young age. How can this be possible? Yao Tian's, Yao Wangui's, and Yao Ling's expressions drastically changed at this moment. The perfect heavenly state was a level that even Yao Wangui had not achieved. How was it possible for Xiao to reach this level at his age? The spiritual fist was extremely fast. The moment it was formed, it was already around 10 feet from Yao Tian. The terrifying spiritual pressure violently smashed toward Yao Tian's head. If this fist struck, it would cause Yao Tian's soul to suffer a serious injury. Young fellow, how dare you! Yao Wangui's expression sank after seeing that it was impossible for Yao Tian to dodge Xiao's attack. He grabbed Yao Tian and tossed him back. At the same time, doji suddenly surged from his body as his fist violently smashed against that spiritual punch. Bang! Yao Wangui took a step back after the two collided, but the spiritual fist in front of him had been forcefully received by him. A 4-star Doshing's strength was indeed extremely incredible. Elder Wangui, kill this brat! Yao Tian's expression alternated between green and white as he stood back. He had not expected to not be able to last one strike in Xiao's hands. Moreover, this had occurred in public. Those strange gazes cast his way were like knives that ruthlessly cut his body. Both of his eyes turned bright red as he furiously cried out. Chi! However, Yao Tian's furious cry had just sounded when the space in front of him fluctuated. An invisible spiritual strength was swiftly gathered. Within the blink of an eye, a figure appeared in front of him in a ghost-like fashion. That appearance was surprisingly another Xiao. Spiritual avatar? Yao Tian's eyes shrank after seeing this spiritual avatar appearing in a strange fashion. The dou qi within his body reflexively surged out. At this moment, even Yao Wangui was unable to come to his aid. However, the spiritual avatar in front of Yao Tian coldly smiled and raised his hand as the dou qi spluttered out of his body. A slap was thrown before a clear sound suddenly reverberated in front of many strange looks. Useless being! How dare you act arrogantly in front of my teacher? Treat this slap as a little lesson! Yao Tian's body stiffened as he stood in the sky. His eyes were filled with disbelief. At this moment, there was an extremely glaring blood-red handprint on his face. Traces of blood slowly flowed out of the corner of his mouth. The entire sky became completely silent at this moment. Many pairs of eyes had watched what had just occurred with great shock. Their eyes shifted toward Xiao in the distance, whose lips had lifted into a smile. A chill surged within their hearts. The ancient clans were most concerned about their pride, yet Xiao had ruthlessly slapped Yao Tian in front of so many people. This humiliation was a greater insult than just simply killing him. You dare strike me! The silence continued for a moment before Yao Tian finally recovered from his shock. His eyes quickly turned bright red. He glared at the spiritual avatar in front of him with crazy and savage-eyed. An earth-like brown flame suddenly surged out of his body, after which, it formed a huge turtle-like object amid an earth-shaking roar. This giant turtle was covered in sharp fire thorns. Its ferocious mouth was also covered with sharp blade-like teeth. Turtle Spiritual Earth Flame, ranked 13th on the Heavenly Flame ranking. It is unexpected that such a heavenly flame is actually in your hands. The face of Xiaoyan's spiritual avatar revealed a surprised expression as he watched the enormous fire turtle form above Yao Tian's head. This Yao clan did indeed possess some heavenly flames. Go and die! Yao Tian's face became more ferocious after the fire spirit was formed. A furious roar sounded. That enormous fire spirit moved its limbs. That giant tail, which was covered with fire thorns, unceremoniously swung toward Xiaoyan's head. That sound of rushing wind immediately started to whistle. A small trick. Xiaoyan's spiritual avatar coldly laughed upon seeing attack. His body swayed and a 10,000-foot large fire dragon formed in the sky. The dragon tail was randomly swung and struck the fire spirit, causing the flame on the turtle's body to dim. The turtle immediately emitted a cry and flew back before smashing into Yao Tian's body. Grug! Yao Tian's face paled after the fire spirit was defeated. He spat out a mouthful of fresh blood. The turtle spiritual earth flame was merely rank 13. On the other hand, Xiaoyan's heavenly flame could fight against a heavenly flame ranked in the top 6 after having merged 5 types of heavenly flames. Additionally, Xiaoyan's spiritual strength far surpassed Yao Tian. It was an extremely easy matter to defeat the other party. Bastard! The fight between Xiao and Yao Tian merely lasted for a split second. By the time Yao Wangui recovered, he could only watch as Yao Tian suffered a serious injury. His expression quickly changed as he let out a furious roar. With a swoosh sound, his body appeared in front of that spiritual avatar. His large hand was violently extended and the space in front of him collapsed. Chi! Xiao did not intend to clash head-on with Yao Wangui. His spiritual body burst apart. It separated into waves of spiritual strength that eventually returned to Xiaoyan's body. Xiao, you are seeking death! Yao Wangui suddenly lifted his head after his strike missed. His eyes were dense as he glared at Xiao in the distance. Murderous intent surged within his heart. His body moved, and he appeared in front of Xiao. A punch was thrown at the same time. Humph, old ghost, you are really full of nonsense. Do you really think that you are the biggest here? Ziyan, who was beside Xiao, looked a little down after seeing Yao Wangui attack again. She took a step forward and blocked Xiao. Her hand was clenched as it was swung forward. A large, bright golden dragon roared and rose from her palm. It heavily collided with Yao Wangui. Bang! The clash between 2 elite 4-star Doshings was extremely terrifying. The space where the 2 fists collided collapsed. Everything within a 1,000-foot radius turned dark black. A powerful ripple swept apart as Yao Wangui's body flew back. His feet staggered over a dozen steps back in the sky before he managed to stabilize his body. His eyes stared at Tian as he spoke with a gloomy expression. Ancient Void Dragon? Tian took 2 to 3 steps back before stabilizing herself. In terms of a head-on clash, she had never been afraid of anyone who was the same level as her. The body of an ancient void dragon was incomparably strong along with her powerful dragon phoenix constitution. Although her level was the same as Yao Wangui, it was not completely impossible for Tian to finish him off. An old fellow who is going overboard. Tian randomly patted her hands and coldly laughed. You! Yao Wangui became furious upon hearing her statement. His face turned green in the process. He was about to furiously yell when Yao Ling, who had been quiet, suddenly pulled him back and shook her head. Elder Wangui, this is merely a temperamental clash between young people. Given your status, you have lowered yourself by intervening. Sunair also slightly smiled at this moment as she suddenly said, I think that everyone should take a step back. Your aim is likely not to come here specifically to fight with another. Why do you wish to waste your energy for no reason? Why? Does the Gu clan also intend to help this person? Yao Wangui coldly demanded. His face twitched after hearing Sunair speak up for Xiaoyan. Yao Wangui, my clan's young miss is only stating facts. You should not try to be overly annoying. The blue-robed old man behind Sunair frowned and spoke in a faint voice. Humph! Yao Wangui could only swing his sleeves in anger after noticing who had spoken. He was naturally acquainted with Gu Nahai, who was stronger than him. If they choose to help Xiaoyan with Tian, their 3-man team would likely suffer a great loss. Hence, he could only angrily let out a cold snort. He shifted his eyes to Xiaoyan and Yao Lao before laughing in a cold voice. The both of you should not be happy. Although my Yao clan does things with a low profile, you will not end up in a good state if you attempt to jump over our heads. Xiaoyan smiled but remained non-committal. Yao Wangui, it is a tragedy that someone like you is an authority within the Yao clan. I will naturally visit the Yao clan in the future. I do not feel any attachment to the Yao clan, but I will carve the names of my parents into the clan tablet. Yao Lao's eyes glared at Yao Wangui as he slowly stated. The clan's tablet will not leave any mediocre names. Forget about your parents. Even you do not have the qualification to carve your name on it. You should give up on this intention as soon as possible. Yao Wangui merely mocked Yao Lao after hearing those words. Old bastard, do you really think that I cannot finish you off today? Xiaoyan's expression was dark and gloomy. His voice contained a killing intent which chilled one's heart. He viewed Yao Lao like a father. One of the things he could not accept in his heart was other people humiliating Yao Lao, yet this Yao Wangui's mouth was filled with dirty words for Yao Lao. The eyes of Tian by the side flickered after having sensed the killing desire in Xiaoyan's heart. Both of her eyes stared at Yao Wangui. If Yao Wangui dared to utter any inappropriate word, she would immediately attack. You! Yao Wangui's face turned green after hearing Xiaoyan call him an old bastard. He was just about to angrily curse before he backed down because of Tian's fierce eyes. Without realizing it, their 3-man team had fallen into a disadvantage today. He might be able to hold Tian back, but with Xiaoyan's frightening strength, it would likely not be too much of a problem for him to kill both Yao Tian and Yao Ling. The both of them were pillars of the Yao clan. He would definitely be punished after returning to the clan if anything happened to them. Yao Wangui could only swallow the curse in his mouth after having realized such a conundrum. His eyes were sinister as they swept over Xiaoyan and Yao Lao. Finally, he swung his sleeve and led both Yao Tian and Yao Ling far away. Everyone softly exhaled after watching Yao Wangui miserably withdraw. Their eyes were a little surprised as they looked at Xiaoyan's group. They had not expected an ancient clan like the Yao clan to suffer a loss in their hands. Yao Lao's body slowly relaxed the moment Yao Wangui and the other 2 members of the Yao clan withdrew. His expression also recovered. He gently patted Xiaoyan's shoulder and wanted to utter something, but he merely sighed in a pleased manner in the end. Back then, he had protected Xiaoyan under his wing and prevented him from being harmed. At this moment, this position had quietly changed. His heart felt a complicated feeling as he thought about this. Teacher, I will accompany you to the Yao clan once we subdue the purifying demonic lotus flame. Xiaoyan looked at the sighing Yao Lao and softly promised. He was worried that Yao Lao would head to the Yao clan alone. Yao Lao hesitated for a moment before he smiled and nodded. His smile was warm and pleased. This farce ended when Yao Wangui's group withdrew after suffering a setback. The strength that Xiao Yan's group had displayed caught the eyes of many experts and factions, especially Ziyan. When the ancient Void Dragon tribe was powerful, it was not the least bit inferior to the Gu clan, Hun clan, or any other super factions. After the end of the farce, everyone once again placed their attention on the distant broken space. The cream-white light continued to pour out unceasingly like liquid. The desert below had turned into a creamy lava. Some bubbles occasionally rolled out from it as the bubbles charged out of many extremely hot air flows. Bang bang! This wait once again continued for around 3 hours or so. That broken space had also expanded from dozens of feet into hundreds of feet. It was vaguely possible to hear some strange sounds being emitted from within that space. The shattered space swelled before reaching a couple of thousand feet in size. It finally came to a gradual stop, and a cream-colored light circle vaguely formed in the shattered space. All the experts present suddenly opened their eyes the moment the light circle was formed. They could sense the temperature of this area raised by 100 times as much in an instant. Sunair also opened her eyes at this moment. Her pretty eyes looked at Xiao Yan as she softly said, "It is time to get moving." Her words seemed to possess a demonic strength. They had just been emitted from her mouth when the surrounding space immediately emitted the hurried sound of rushing wind. Numerous bodies with powerful auras rushed out of the distant sky with lightning-like speed. They collided with the cream-colored light circle with a whistle. Xiao Yan suddenly stood up upon seeing everyone head out. A great heat leaped within his black pupils. Purifying demonic lotus flame, I have finally waited until this day,